Ladies and gentlemen, inviting you to go out on a limb. Good morning from another gorgeous day here in Tbilisi, and of course I'm here on my hotel balcony. I have to say I'm totally lucking out with the weather here in spring. It's supposed to rain more than it should, but it's been pretty sunny except for one day where it rained the whole day, but I was in Baku where it was sunny that day. So thank you, Mother Nature. So I'm really excited today because I'm going to Vardzia, which is a really popular cave monastery here in Georgia. So come go on a limb with me and explore one of the more popular sites here in Georgia. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Thank you. So after a approximately 4 hours drive from Tbilisi, passing, numerous cows, we finally got to the amazing Vardzia. So hello Vardzia, this is one of the most iconic attractions here in Georgia and one of the most underrated one, I dare say. So this spectacular cave monastery in the south, located in the south of the country, is one of the oldest cave cities in the world. Now, it looks like one of the movie sets of Lord of the Rings, if you ask me, but it's actually not the home of dwarves, but it's actually home of many, many monks. It's a harmonious confluence of man-made and natural monuments, and it's truly impressive. Now, when the wind picked up here, it could certainly be windy, but fortunately that only lasted for a short while after we first arrived, with the sun greeting us for the rest of our visit. So the main period of construction for Vardzia was actually the second half of the 12th century. The cave stretched along the cliff for some, about 500 meters and in up to about 19 tiers. Now, the monastery was an important cultural center. It was a place for of significant literary and artistic work, and in its day, Vardzia actually consisted of 6,000 rooms spread across 19 levels, so including 25 wine cellars, a nunnery, 15 chapels, as well as an apothecary, all coming together to really create a vibrant medieval as well as a medieval city and a monastery. Now, the Church of Dormition, dating back to 1180s during the golden age of Tamar and Rustaveli, has an important series of wall paintings for visitors to enjoy. Now, the site was largely abandoned after the Ottoman takeover in the 16th century, but its double-arched, bell-hung portico that was impossibly carved into the mountain face it's definitely most impressive. Now, inside are spectacularly weathered frescoes, including one of just 4 in existence of King Tamar. Now, if you visit here, you have to go check out the Tears of Queen Tamar, which is a natural spring hidden deep within the tunnels, where you find a pool seemingly filled with water pouring, or they say crying, from the rocks above it. Now, in fact, this water is actually available for visitors, in a water dispenser that they can try. Now we continue on, and we actually came upon a small praying area in the cave, and there is also a way to get to the other end of where this light is coming from. For that, we'll have to actually walk in tunnels. Some parts are really tight, so it's definitely not recommended for those with claustrophobia. So time to head back out, more small tunnels again. Vardzia was home to about 2,000 monks. It housed tens of thousands of residents, and thanks to its fertile terraces as well as a complex irrigation system, Vardzia was a self-sustaining city before that was even a thing. However prosperous, Vardzia's success was relatively short-lived. In the year of 1283, an earthquake actually shook the region, wrecking more than 70% of the city and shedding the outer wall in an avalanche of biblical proportions. Now, left without a solid defense, most of Vardzia, residents packed up and left, leaving behind only the steadfast monks. Now, the monastic community held on for another 300 years until further raids wiped them out. Now, more than 800 years after the reign of King Tamar, a handful of monks still tend to Vardzia, having returned after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Now, about 500 caves remain, including an apothecary with its carefully carved shelving intact, and wine cellars as well, still embedded below as if no time has passed at all. Now, for the amount of climbing up that we did, we certainly had to do quite a bit of going down as well. And some of the steps are pretty narrow, and some of the tunnel are pretty small as well in our journey of actually exiting Vardzia or leaving Vardzia. So yeah, so be careful. Just bring a pair of great hiking shoes. It's all I recommend when it comes to Vardzia.
Hey guys, so coming down is not easy. The steps are not that narrow, but it's actually a lot of flights of stairs down. And the tunnel, some parts of it are pretty narrow, so definitely, if you have really tall friends and you want to punish them, this is actually where you bring them. Yeah.
So is Vardzia worth a visit? Most definitely. In fact, you should do it before UNESCO recognizes it as a World Heritage Site, which is only a matter of time, if you ask me.